Have you ever seen an animal so white it looks like it stepped straight out of a dream? These rare albino creatures are so jaw-dropping, you'll want to hit that like button and keep watching to see them all. Let's dive into the wild, mysterious world of albino animals. Creatures born without the pigment that gives color to their skin, fur, or eyes. We're going to explore some of the most incredible albino animals out there, from sneaky swamp dwellers to majestic ocean giants. Stick around because these ghostly critters face challenges that'll surprise you. If you love amazing animal stories, smash that like button and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Imagine strolling through a swamp when, out of the murky water, slides an alligator that looks like it was carved from snow. Albino alligators are so rare that only about 100 are known to exist, either in the wild or in zoos. Their creamy white skin and pinkish eyes make them look otherworldly, but that's exactly their problem. In places like Louisiana's bayous, where green gators blend into the muddy water, these guys stick out like a flashlight in the dark. Predators spot them easily, and their sensitive skin burns under the sun's rays. Back in 1987, a fisherman in Louisiana caught a 10-foot albino gator, one of the first ever recorded, and it became a legend in the reptile world. Today, you're more likely to see these ghostly gators in places like the Audubon Zoo in New Orleans, where they're kept safe from danger and sunburn. Picture a bird that's basically a living snowflake, strutting its stuff without a single hint of color. Albino peacocks trade the usual vibrant blues and greens for pure white feathers that shimmer like fresh snow. Normally, peacocks rely on their flashy tails to attract mates, but these guys have to work harder, relying on their dance moves and charm. In India, where peacocks are sacred, albino ones are often seen as symbols of purity and protected in sanctuaries. But in the wild, their white feathers make them easy targets for predators like hawks. I read about an albino peacock named Snowball at an Australian zoo, who was the friendliest bird the zookeepers had ever met. He'd dance for visitors all day, even if the lady peacocks weren't always impressed. It's like he knew he had to bring his A game to stand out. Hop over to Australia, and you might spot something even wilder: an albino kangaroo bouncing through the outback. These ghostly joeys have white fur and pink eyes instead of the usual reddish-brown coat. A 2020 study from the University of Melbourne says only about 1 in 40,000 kangaroos are albino, and their white fur makes them stand out like a beacon against the dusty red landscape. Their poor eyesight doesn't help either, making it tough to spot predators like dingoes. In 2019, a wildlife sanctuary in Queensland rescued an albino kangaroo joey named Luna, who'd been abandoned by her mob. Now she lives safely with humans who call her their little moonbeam. Stories like Luna's show that sometimes a bit of human kindness can make all the difference for these unique creatures. Ever seen a squirrel that looks like it rolled in powdered sugar? Albino squirrels are surprisingly common in parts of North America, especially in places like Olney, Illinois, dubbed the white squirrel capital. Their white fur and red eyes make them a target for hawks or cats, and their bad eyesight means they struggle to leap between trees, often sticking to the ground where they're more vulnerable. But in Olney, locals love them so much, they throw a White Squirrel Day festival, complete with parades and squirrel counts. It's like these little guys traded survival skills for a shot at small-town fame. Now let's slither into the world of albino pythons. Snakes that look like they were dipped in moonlight. These beauties, often Burmese or reticulated pythons, have striking white and yellow patterns that make them a hit in the pet trade. A 2022 reptile trade report says about 10,000 albino pythons are sold each year, mostly bred in captivity where their lack of camouflage isn't a problem. In the wild, though, their bright colors make them easy prey before they can grow big and scary. Here's where things get epic. Let's talk about Migaloo, Migaloo, the world's most famous albino humpback whale. First spotted off Australia's coast in 1991, this 40-foot giant is pure white, like a ghost gliding through the ocean. Scientists say there's only a 1 in 100,000 chance of a humpback being albino, making Migaloo one of a kind. His white skin makes him prone to sunburn and skin damage, and his poor eyesight means he leans hard on his pod for navigation. In 2016, researchers thought he was gone for good after years without a sighting, but in 2020, he reappeared, swimming strong with his pod. Back on land, albino deer are like forest phantoms, their white coats glowing under the moonlight. Found in places like North America and Europe, they're super rare, only about 1 in 30,000. According to the National Deer Association, their white fur makes them easy targets for hunters and predators, and their poor vision makes escaping danger a challenge. In some Native American cultures, albino deer are seen as spiritual messengers and protected from harm. Finally, let's talk about the king of the jungle, or in this case, the ghost of the savannah. Albino lions are so rare they're almost mythical, with only a handful ever seen in places like South Africa's Kruger National Park. Their white fur makes hunting in the golden grasslands nearly impossible, and many are rejected by their prides. But in 2019, a safari guide spotted an albino lion cub nicknamed Casper, who was miraculously accepted by his pride. Most albino lions don't make it past cubhood, but Casper's story is a rare happy ending, showing that sometimes a bit of luck and love can go a long way. If this video amazed you, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss another wild animal story.